ready to go, but it looks like this whole race should belong to Danny Coe. He shouldn't have any problems. In fact, what we should do is probably get some lap times on Danny Coe. The lap record around here, I think, for 250s, somewhere around 130, 131, set by John Glover. If it wasn't John Glover, it might have been, who's? Donnie Green. Donnie Green might have set the track record here on the Formula 2 class, a 130, 131. Let's see how close Danny Coe comes to that, because he's a pretty good AMA road racer himself when it comes around to Laguna Second. We're about ready to go. And my God, just like that, like he was shot from a cannon, Danny Coe already takes about a 50-yard lead into turn number 1. Not that far, but it soon will be as he takes off and stretches his lead out over the rest of the field as he heads into turn number 2. And look at him pulling away from the rest of the pack, Danny Coe. Could be the reason why a lot of these experienced riders are getting good starts. I was gonna give you riders an inside track on getting good starts, but they told me up here I shouldn't say anything, so I won't. As Danny Coe goes down that back straightaway and already up to speeds of about 135, 140 miles an hour. In fact, this is about how fast the supercars were going here a little bit earlier, and you get some idea of the speeds. The only problem is the cars can hold that power on all the way through the turns, and of course the riders have to back off and pirouette their machines around this 2.5-mile serpentine circuit out here at Rosamond, California. Here comes your leader, Danny Coe, all by himself on that Spondon Rotax, and look at this guy fly. Leisner in second spot, DeWitt running in third position. That Spondon Rotax is a rocket ship, and he's just already into turn number 2. That's the fastest speed I've ever seen 250 come down this front straightaway. You got a terrific drive off at 9. Going to try and get a watch on Danny Coe as he makes his progress around this 2.5-mile circuit on that Spondon framed Rotax-powered machine. And let's see if he comes anywhere. John Glover and Donnie Green. And boy, it looks like he's going after a record today. This guy is just pulverizing this field. However, it looks like DeWitt and Leisner are going to have their own personal duel for second spot as the other riders tag on behind. We'll check that action out as well between DeWitt and Leisner. That's a Honda-Yamaha duel. And Coe on the Rotax. Starting off on that first lap, Danny Coe getting a 134. Let's see if we can get him down any farther than that now. Danny Coe just flying around this track, but running in second spot, it is Leisner. In third spot, DeWitt. In fourth spot, then comes Kenny Nachman behind DeWitt, running in fourth spot, bike number 19 on the Honda, Kenny Nachman. Then came Vance Speck on the Yamaha. He was running in fifth spot. Boy, you spectators on top of the hill get a real treat to watch Danny Coe fly around this racetrack, especially in 3 and 4 when you get to see him knee dragging around 3 and then pirouette that machine and just wrestle it over to the other side as he goes around turn number 4. Remember, Danny Coe just getting back from a trip to France where for the magazine he had to do an article, and he went to the, I think it was the Paul Ricard circuit over there, and was running an endurance race over there and did quite well. I think they finished third overall, but Danny Coe's been, the last month or so, has been spending a lot of time over in Europe, and boy, it looks like some of that's paying off. Look at this guy go down this front straightaway, completing another lap. 1:33 this time for Danny Coe. Okay, we're halfway through the race. Open Super Street and 750 Super Street up to the pre-grid, please. 750 Super Street and open Super Street up to the pre-grid. Okay, Danny Coe on that Spondon road tax, just now in the middle of turn number 2. And second place, still holding on to second spot, Andy Leisner, just now going into turn number 2. And so a pretty big lead built up by Danny Coe. And we still got a clock on him, Sandy. You want to try and get a clock on him next lap around? We'll see if he's broken into the 131, 132 bracket. Straight up to the pre-grid, and looks coming out for the third time now. Coming up to the pre-grid, Chris Mallory. He's had a first and a second already today. Danny Coe more or less kind of easing off the throttle now, 133. Still very quick, but has no reason to really pump up the old adrenaline in the body. There's nobody to race against. He's out there almost all by himself. So just hitting consistent 133 lap times is Danny Coe. He's got the white flag, so he's only got about 2 miles left to go in the race. And we'll get on with the order of business of the day. And the next race on tap, 750 Super Street and open Super Street. Okay, checker flag's out, and Danny Cole has already received it, and coming down to get second spot was Andy Leisner. He'll get the third spot. Oh, and DeWitt just barely holds off Kenny Nachman in a last lap charge by Kenny Nachman. He'll end up with fourth, and Van Speck should end up in fifth spot. All strictly unofficial. You'll get your official results a little bit later on. Now remember, Super Street Indy riders are in luck. You can win this race, and of course, we may be looking at Earl Roloff. I don't know if he's in here, is he? One of these races? Is he in this race? We're going to check and see if he's in this.